So anyway, yeah, I'm disappointed that I don't have cell reception anymore at that camp. For some reason, the 5G just completely went away. And it's very, very bright this morning. Okay, so I'm going to drive 24 minutes into Craig Ranch, go check all my emails and everything, and then probably rollerblade for about 2 hours because I don't have lunch until 4. It's a late lunch, maybe early dinner. But yeah, so I pretty much have, nothing to do except rollerblade and shower until 4 o'clock. So I'm going to drive in and yeah, it'll be fun. And then I might actually stay out by Enterprise tonight. I might change it up a little bit. I do need to be at the airport at 5 a.m. or I need to be at the airport parking at 5 a.m. on Friday morning. So I might stay over by Red Rock tonight and tomorrow night. I don't know if I have driveway privileges yet. So, because a lot of my friends here, they all live on like country clubs. But anyway, so I need to be at the airport parking by 5 a.m. on Friday morning. So it would be probably better to be in town, although I could just stay out here and then leave at 4 a.m. and drive in. That would be fine. As long as I get to the airport by 6, that's perfectly fine. It's just the shuttle only runs every 30 minutes if there's lots of people. But if there isn't, then I'll just get on the shuttle when it's there. But yeah, so I got to book the airport parking. And yeah, just basically today I'm just going to rollerblade and then take a shower, maybe work on my computer a little bit, and then go to late lunch and then probably park up somewhere. I don't know. I might park up outside the apartments in Enterprise that I used to park outside. So it's about 7 a.m. right now and it's very, very bright, and I can see there's a storm behind me that's brewing in the mountains that should have been here yesterday. So we might get some snow. The 3 little girls that I was skating with, there's I think 5 kids in the family, and I skated with them the other week, and we were there for like an extra 2 hours. Well, I was there for an extra 2 hours, and we're doing follow the leader, and they must have been like 5, 6, 7 years old, and I don't know their names. All their names are like sound similar. So it's just makes it easy for the parents. They can just say one name and hopefully one kid will say that's me. But anyway, they were so cute, and they came running over to me when I was leaving. I was packing everything up from rollerblading, and I was done, right, because I was gonna do an hour because I got to get showered and stuff. And they come running over, they're like, hi, and I was like, hi, don't remember your names. And so the oldest girl, I think her name's Anaya, she didn't remember her roller skates, right, because they thought they were going to go to the park. But the 2 other girls come out the car in their roller skates already. Like, they're already geared up. And I said, well, what are you going to do? And she's like, I don't know, I thought we were going to go to the park. And I said, you know what, I have a longboard, I have a skateboard, like a bigger skateboard in the car, and it's for like, in the van rather, and it's for like, stepping on and off. You can dance on it, it's not really for doing tricks because it's bigger. And I said, would you like it? I said, just wait here, like where your mom can see you, right? Let me go get it out and we'll go ask your mommy if you can have it. And so I went over there and I asked the mom, I said, hey, I was skating with your kids the other day. I run a nonprofit for outdoor adventure. My name's Jenny. Because, it's like, kids, stranger danger, right? Like, you don't want kids like running up to someone you don't know. But I'd already met the parents before. I was like, hey, I skated with your kids the other week. And I said, I've got this longboard, can I give it to your daughter? Because I'm never going to use it. I don't know how to do it. And I've got nowhere to skate on that thing. And so she's like, yeah. And so I told the little girl, I said, you got to watch YouTube and see like how to do the longboard. It's a little bit different than a skateboard. And then I just left. And so one of the other girls that was there, one of the older girls that was doing all these tricks, she's like holding the girl's hands and like showing her how to do the longboard. And the little girl's got like knee pads on. They don't wear, nobody wears helmets in Vegas. But then they all waved to me when I was leaving. They're like, bye. So I just, oh my God, I have so much equipment that a lot of it is like, I was gonna do something, but if I haven't done it in 2 years or I've never used it, honestly, I'll just give it away at this point. And my thing is like the outdoors is healing, and this is they're homeschooled, so this is their PE time, right? And they probably didn't think of getting a skateboard like that. The older brother does, the 2 older brothers, one does the razor scooter, the other one does the skateboard. And so the little girl's like, well, I've got to share the skateboard with my brother. I said, well, you know what, you can have your own skateboard. Like, you know, like outdoor autonomy. So I'm a big fan of like have your own equipment. And so yeah, so she's like learning how to do it. So it looks like they do get here around 11 a.m. So I got, you know, sometimes I've been here at 11 a.m. and then I've seen the little girls and the kids. I see the same people now because they keep coming back here. But I'll come back tomorrow. I think tomorrow after I've got to be in town anyway. Tomorrow after my telehealth, which is at 9 until 10, I'll do that down here because I've got cell reception. And then, what guy's got a flat tire? Holy crap. Why is his whole car lopsided? Maybe that's the style out here, you know, when you got like the low riders that bounce. So it's a lot of pimped out cars out here. It's Vegas. But anyway, yeah, that car is like literally all the way on the side. It's like we only could afford half the lift kit, or the hydraulics got stuck. I saw that. I went to a car hop one time, and this like little guy was driving this massive like 1970s car, and he's just bouncing through the parking lot of Bob's Big Boy in Burbank, and all of a sudden it just stops midway, and he's just stuck. He couldn't even see over the, like, he was just a little guy, and he's just like, dude. And so everyone's trying to, like, you know, hang on to it to like pull it down. It was pretty funny. It's America. Like, we just love just wasting our money on shit. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just like live below your means and spend all your money on the fun stuff. That's my word of advice. No, you got to live. I mean, you can't take the shit with you. But anyway, so yeah, I'm so glad this little girl's got the they were like full on learning. Like the other girl that was there, she was like holding the girl's hands and they all waved at me. That was super cute. Oh, that warms my heart. That's what I do. Why I do what I do. This is why I started a nonprofit, to help people get into outdoor adventure, to do activities. And sometimes all they need is one piece of equipment. Ideally, I'd buy helmets for everybody there. I'm like the only one wearing a helmet. All you have to wear helmets. The mama bear and me. It's like, wear a freaking helmet. But anyway, there's also, just a side note, there's a lot of like side roads where I'm seeing camper vans up here in North Las Vegas. So it does look like you can just kind of like hang out here all day. You can also stay at Craig Ranch Park. It's really, really cool park. It's like it's got the biggest skate park in Vegas. It's got tennis courts, basketball courts, amphitheater, dog park. I mean, it's like you can be there until 10 p.m. when the skate park closes. So there's also a plug. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to go down there and just spend the whole day at Craig Ranch. I got nothing else to do tomorrow except work on my computer. But I think what I'll do is plug in my Jackery and just go sit at the skate park. Once I'm done skating, I'll go sit there because I don't have to take a shower till the evening because I'm going to be going to the airport probably at midnight. Probably sleep at the airport for a few hours. But yeah, I think I'll just hang out at Craig Ranch all day. It's great. Vegas is pretty easy. There's areas obviously that are country clubs and stuff and you can't really park, but everyone comes here and they think they have to park near the strip. I'm like, you can just park. Like, don't park near the strip, dude. Like, you can go to North Las Vegas or Enterprise or Henderson, but I would stay away from the TA travel stop down in Henderson and Boulder City. Like, down there it's a little bit more sketchy. There's tons of BLM land. You've got Mount Charleston over here, Red Rock Canyon that way. You've got Lake Mead that way. But everyone goes out there. I'm like, if you just need to be in town and you want to work, you might as well just find somewhere to park. Park outside an apartment building. This whole area is just totally built up, like ridiculously in the last couple of years. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of street parking. There's a public storage next to that way, next to the Planet Fitness, I think. There's a road behind the gas station that is also like a bunch of camper vans, and there's no restrictions. As long as it says don't park overnight, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, the police are out here dealing with prostitutes and you know, like sordid Sin City shit happening on the strip. I don't think they really care about what's happening in the local area. But they did show up immediately when when the security called the police because of those guys that, you know, beat the crap out of me, and then I beat the crap out of them. They did not win. I won. Yeah, I took on 4 guys. If you didn't, you know, I don't know actually if I'm going to even post that video, but if I did post the video, you can watch it and you can was filming the guys that were doing the 3-card Monte, and they weren't too happy about it. So then they started jumping me, and I started taking them on. Anyway, everything's up here. You got Lowe's, you got Planet Fitness, you've got all the food restaurants. I'm going to Trader Joe's right now because I need to get groceries. I've got to stock up before I leave, so I don't have to do it next week. There's restaurants, like a billion restaurants, and tons of casinos and stuff, which is crazy. But anyway, okay, so let me get to whatever road I'm going to. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't memorized this area yet, but this is like the nice end of North Las Vegas. It's actually called North Las Vegas, as in a city. The North Las Vegas north of the Strip is like the sketchy area. But this is fine. I feel perfectly fine here, perfectly safe. Mount Charleston looks like it's going to get pummeled with snow, so I'm not sure if I'll stay up there tonight. But either way, it's, you know, it's great. So yeah, I'm going to be down at Red Rock Casino this afternoon. My friend will meet me after he goes to the gym, and we're going to talk about whatever. So, oh, there's Planet Fitness right here. Oh, I think I have to turn. Hang on. All right, it's overcast, and I'm going to Planet Fitness. I think I've been to this one before. They have like 17 of them in the Vegas Metroplex, and I saw this guy earlier. It is like $225,000 freaking factory built. Has like working plumbing. No, anyway, all right, let me go into PF and yeah, go take a shower. I'm kind of dragging. I don't have to be where I need to be for another like 2.5 hours, so I'm just gonna chill, I think, in the parking lot here and watch some Netflix before I have to go. I'm only like 20 minutes from Red Rock Casino. You would not believe this, it is raining in Las Vegas for the second time in the month that I've been here. That's crazy. That means it's going to have snow up in Mount Charleston. So I will probably most likely still stay out there tonight because I'm only at 5,000 feet. So I don't think it's going to be that snowy and definitely not icy. But anyway, so now I'm going to the Red Rock Casino. So my brother worked for the Yard House for a long time. And he worked at the one in Long Beach when it first opened. And then he worked at the one in Palm Springs, which he opened. He was like the manager opening that. And then he got transferred out here to open the Red Rock Casino Yard House, which is right over there. And I worked at the Yard House for exactly 9 weeks, right before I joined the Army. So yeah, there's a lot of camper vans here. I think you can park, let me do this. I think you can park in camper vans at casinos overnight. It's 24 hours, so I don't think they're gonna knock on the door. There's some old couple right here. That's funny. They're in their Coleman RV. So anyway, there's another camper van over there. Looks like an Amazon. Oh, that's funny. It's an electric Amazon truck. And that has now become, oh no, never mind. I was like, it looks like a camper van. Grounded smart modular electric vans. Okay, that looks like a camper van. It's got camper van windows, but it's not a camper van. Anyway, I'm gonna turn around because I'm supposed to meet at the Starbucks and then we might get lunch or dinner here or go somewhere else, but it's raining. Who knew? And I just did my hair. Yes, this is me doing my hair. So anyway, sorry dude, coming through. Anyway, I've never actually been to this casino before. That's too funny. And it's a Wednesday afternoon. So yeah, so the Yard House is over there. They've got Lucille's Barbecue. They've got sushi, the casino, and all that stuff. So yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, so anyway, that's how my brother ended up in Vegas. So, and then my mum moved out here. But yeah, I've just been out here for a month. I will go back up to Mount Charleston, which is not far. Red Rock Canyon is right ahead of me, and Mount Charleston is over there. So that's my bearings. But anyway, okay, hopefully it's not going to stink of smoke in there. It's like, I just can't stand cigarette smoke. Like, I haven't been in any casinos whatsoever in the entire month that I've been here. I actually haven't. I mean, I've been, yeah, when I went to the Strip with my friend Chris, we went to the that museum, the movie museum, the movie prop museum, which was super tiny, but it was really cool. They had a lot of really cool stuff. Like, all the stuff that I would be interested in was actually there. It wasn't like a bunch of crap that I'm not interested in. But when we went to, went to Fremont Street, we didn't walk in any single casino. I've not been in a single casino the entire time I've been here. I just can't stand the cigarette smoke. And a lot of the restaurants here as well, like the locals places, sports bars and stuff, like they have smoking inside. And I remember my friend Chris and I went out with some of his friends last time I was here last year, and I just was like, I hate to be an asshole, but I can't eat food if I'm like tasting cigarette smoke. Like nothing tastes like anything, and it makes me physically sick. Like I just want to gag. I really don't like it. And I think it's because my sister was a heavy smoker when I was a kid in England, and everybody smoked, and I just played outside. So I don't like tasting cigarette smoke when I'm eating my meal. So even if I'm not paying for it, if someone else is treating me. But yeah, and then, he was like, well, everybody smokes here. I'm like, I hate it. Like I'll go camp outside, and I'll get my little camping stove and I'll make something outside, or I'll just go to the supermarket and get a sandwich. Like I don't want to sit in any place that has cigarette smoke. I don't know about this one, the Red Rock Casino. It's pretty cool though. It's a locals place. But yeah, so that's where I'm gonna hang for the minute. It's only like 2:53. This whole day is just dragging on, like really slow in a good way. But I'm really glad that little girl got the longboard. I just hope she didn't like fall and break her neck when I was leaving. She like waved to me and stuff, and I'm like, yay, put her helmet on. So, but I introduced myself to her parents last time, because it's like when kids always, like at the ice rink, they're like, oh, can you skate with us? I'm like, yeah, where's your mommy? And they're like, oh, she's at Nordstrom. I'm like, your mom just left you here. Okay. So but yeah, so the parents were sitting in the car watching the skate park, and so I went over there. I said, hey, just like, your little kids want to like skate with me, and I can like skate. And I introduced myself, gave them my business card, and was like, this is who I am, like you can vet me. Because I don't want kids getting used to just thinking it's okay to go walk up to someone and say, hey, can you play? With me, I'm fine. I'm not like in danger, right? Obviously. But you don't know. And so I'm very passionate with my daughter to like make sure that she doesn't just like she's very like talkative. She likes to talk to anybody at the mall. She'll talk to the cashier. She'll introduce herself. She'll talk about her music. She's very outgoing when we're out in public, and I just have to be like mindful that just don't talk to everybody. Like you don't have to overshare your life with everybody, Harriet. You just just understand, like 2 minutes tops, and then we leave. Like we're not gonna like steal somebody's time for the whole afternoon. But she's very, very outgoing and not shy at all to talk to people about stuff she loves, like artwork and music and her fashion and all that stuff like that. But I am very mindful that I'm always with her. So if she's gonna go play at the park or something, or something like that, even when she was little, I was always running around too, because I just want to make sure that you never know who's out there. The same thing with online security, making sure she doesn't I have all the parental controls on our devices, so she knows not to text people or talk to people or respond, or if she does, it's got to be on accounts that I set up where I can monitor and I can see it on my phone, like her Roblox account. Like I go in, I just start blocking and deleting people. And so I have all of her programs on my phones to make sure, because kids, they've grown up with devices, and it's not like when I was a kid where I had a speak and spell and a Etch-a-Sketch, and we always had the video of the creepy guy at the park and like stranger danger. Online, you don't know who you're talking to, and they can masquerade as anybody. So I make sure that she doesn't have like Google search. She has YouTube Kids instead of YouTube. So I make sure that, all those parental controls, but you can't police them all the time. You just have to teach them like how to adequately operate the internet. But so far we've been okay. We've not had any issues. But yeah, so there's little kids. So I'm like, oh, she's got a longboard now. I told her too. I said to the little girl, I said to her mom too, I said, it's not for doing tricks. You can't like flip the skateboard up like you can with like your brother is doing. This one is more for just kind of cruising, and you can also jump on and off and spin around on top. Like you can like spin yourself around, jump on and off, and dance on it. And I was trying to pull up some videos. I said, this is what you can do on a longboard. You can go up and down the ramps like I do on my rollerblades, but you can't flip it up because it's very heavy. Like it's I don't know what it's made of, but it's an awesome board. And if I cared more to learn how to do it, I would have. I'm just never on it. It's been packed in my van for 2 years. So I had to like get my knife out and like cut the bungee cord to like drag it out. And then I bladed over to their car, and I was like, hey, I just want to give this to your daughter because I don't use it, I don't need it, and I busted my ribs 2 weeks ago. So the rollerblades are as much as I can handle. Anyway, so I'm now waiting. I'm just gonna hang out here. Yeah, I hope we eat here because they got some good restaurants. Again, if it's all like cigarette smoke, my friend's like a health fanatic as well, so I don't think we're gonna like eat at some place that has smoke. But the Yard House, it'll be fun to eat there. I haven't eaten there in quite a while. The menu is very different than when I was working there, when my brother was running the place. I like the original menu. Now it's a little bit too much of a big company. Like they have Yard Houses everywhere. I mean, they even have one in Houston, and it's just funny that it's not like as special as it used to be. But it's a cool concept. And they used to have half yards and full yards of beer. But then people would either steal them, or like the Marines in Palm Springs from 29 Palms would just smash them over each other's head. So it was not an economical thing for them to have yards, but they have something like 200 beers on tap or some. I don't drink beer, I don't drink anything. But yeah, so they have like, you know, some novelties like that. But anyway, okay, so I'm gonna sit here in the parking lot and chill, and I'll chat with you guys later. Bye. All right, I'm in the casino, and it actually tells you where you can go if you're under 21. I'm not. I'm like 46. What the hell? Anyway, I can smell the smoke. No cigarette smoke. Blech. Okay, I gotta find Starbucks. So this is the Yard House my brother opened. These are all the kegs of beer. There's like hundreds of them, or dozens or so. Anyway, so let me walk through. I have no interest in eating here right now. So, okay, yeah, there it is. It's too funny. Yeah, the menu is not so great now. You know, it is what it is. I think the appetizers have pretty much remained the same, but let me go find the Starbucks. Good evening. I am now heading back up the mountain. Hopefully it's not snowing up here, but that'd be kind of cool. I just don't want it to be icy in the morning. So I'm heading back up. I'm probably gonna park either at the first trailhead, or I'm gonna park at my usual spot. But I'll see how it is going up the mountain. It's been raining most of the afternoon, and there is a winter storm ahead of me. But yeah, I had a really nice afternoon. So yeah, it was good, and I had some sushi for dinner, and now I'm heading up. It's early, it's only like 7:30, but I'm gonna park up anyway. I don't have cell reception apparently, so I guess I'll just have to watch whatever I've downloaded on the old Netflix and Amazon, or maybe I'll just go to bed early. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll make another cup of tea. I gotta drink my coffee creamer and eat my yogurts before I go to the airport on Friday morning. So usually the last 2 or 3 days before I fly home, I'm usually eating everything in my fridge. So it's lovely. But anyway, so let me go up. Now I'm at 3,000 feet. So I think the snow is gonna happen up at like 7,000 or 8,000 feet. I don't think it's gonna snow this far down, like at 5,000 feet. But either way, I'll probably just park up at the canyon trailhead instead of I'm not going to go to my little spot. I think I'll just park at the place that I was at the other day, the Carl Canyon Slot trailhead. Anyway, not that it means anything, but yeah, it was nice to go out. I haven't gone out yet in like a month. I've been here for a month. I went out with my friend Chris to the Fremont Street, to the museum, and the all-you-can-eat lobster place. But I haven't been out since. I've just kind of been chilling and nursing my rib and all that stuff. But it's funny, it's pitch black in front of me, and it is bright, like as bright as daytime behind me where Las Vegas is. That is crazy. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna relax, veg, make tea, and watch Netflix. Good morning. I'm done with my telehealth. It was really, really good. I hadn't talked to my therapist in a couple weeks because our schedules didn't sync up very well, but it was good. So now I'm going to a British store. I was looking for a British grocery. I'm like, there has to be one in Vegas. They have everything here. Why don't they have that? So I'm in North Las Vegas, like the city of North Las Vegas right now. So now I'm driving all the way down to Enterprise. Once I get down there, I'm also going to go to get a pedicure at the place that I usually go to down there anyway. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll probably come back up here at some point and go to the Alexandria Library, which I think closes at 9 p.m. tonight. So I've got a Zoom with my daughter at 5. I fly out tomorrow morning. I've already checked in for my flight. I've already packed my bag for the weekend, and I've sorted the van out and everything. Believe it or not, it is sorted and clean. So I'm going to do that, and then I think I'll probably try to upload the next video. I've got 2 videos done. One needs to be uploaded, the other one needs music. So I'll work on that, and then I'll just just kind of go back into the mountains, I guess. I guess they got a whole dumping of snow this morning, which looks really nice. But I think I'll just go back to where I was parked last night, which for some reason I thought was going to be covered in snow this morning, and it was completely dry. It was like all of the rain that I thought I was hearing was actually all of the dust that was being blown all over the van. So the van's a little bit dirty. But I can't really go through a car wash, otherwise it'll rip off all of my solar panels and all that stuff. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And then, yeah, just kind of have a work day today. I've got to deal with some firing of clients. So it's like, you don't want to pay me. Like, I'm not doing work for free. So I got to deal with something. But yeah, I'm just kind of, like I said, moving away from doing website stuff, mostly because it's not a big money maker. It's a massive time consumer, and I've just done too many websites where people just don't pay. And I'm like, what part of, like, you think the internet's free just because it's always on your computer? Like, this is hours out of my time. I'm just sick of, like, people want, they want everything in a website, and then they don't want to invest the money in it. I said, I'm not a software developer. I'm not going to build you. Like, I'm an app developer and a designer and all that stuff, but I'm not a back-end software developer. Like, I'm not going to go ahead and spend, 100 million hours building $100 million software package that already exists. First of all, I don't know how to do that. I'm a front-end developer, not a back-end developer. And D, like, you don't want to pay $980 a year for something that's going to make you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And it's just like, I've got these, people that call me up and they're like, hey, we want this, this, and this. We want, an exhibitor map where you select all the things that you want, like all the booths that you want to buy, or all the seats that you want to sit in. But, we don't want to pay for that program that already exists. We want you to build it, on WordPress. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't, oh my God, you can't upload a picture on WordPress and then have it like where you can click on the image and it takes you somewhere else. Like, parts of the image, of one image, is all split up, and each little part that you click on a tree or a house, or it takes you somewhere else. You can't do that. A JPEG on WordPress is a JPEG or a PNG or a TIFF or something. It's just that. Anyway, that's all technical stuff. So it's like, I'm happy to fix stuff. I'm happy to update websites, but don't be calling me and asking me to, do a $20,000 project for $500. It's like, I'm just sick of it. Like, I'm getting away from that. I mean, I worked for agencies, I worked for digital creative shops, I worked for, ad agencies, I worked for corporations, I've been their digital person, I've worked for investment firms, and we do all of the work. We invest the money in web because you got to spend money to make money. But don't be calling me up and saying, hey, we want, X, Y, and Z. And then on top of that, don't lie to me and tell me that the other agency that you had build the website supposedly ghosted you.